Can you beat the Resident Evil 2 remake if every enemy is invisible? Well, let's go ahead and see if it's possible. Yeah, that checks out. This run is 100% inspired by the Invisible Enemies mode in the first Resident Evil remake, that I also made a video on, except the invisibility here is achieved through the Ultimate Trainer mod by RE2R, rather than being an unlockable mode. I'll link it in the description if you're curious. Beyond that, this is pretty self-explanatory. Literally every enemy in the game is invisible. So let's get started. We'll be playing on the hardcore difficulty because, obviously, and we're running the Claire A scenario for reasons. No, seriously, there's a couple good reasons. We get our first taste of invisibility basically immediately in the gas station with the sheriff trying to arrest an invisible zombie.
Excuse me, is everything okay?
Stay back, man, I got this.
And then the zombie gets a taste of the sheriff.
Do you guys think you could see it? Is this actually just some sort of schizophrenia simulator?
I couldn't tell you exactly why, but I found this floating piece of bacon a little terrifying. Now, as you can see, or maybe as you can't see, even when you get got by an enemy, they're invisible the whole time. Unlike in the Resident Evil 1 remake, where you see them for like maybe a second when you get grabbed. And we don't have to worry about that bite because we get healed during the next cutscene. Not that I needed it, because I somehow managed to get to the police station without taking any damage, which probably used up my luck for the next year or two. So if I get hit by a car after uploading this, you know why. If we can get in the police station first try, I will actually be fucking shocked. Oh my god, wait, did we actually... I should have made you guys fucking bet on that. Someone could have made some money. Anyways, for the entirety of this run, I'm going to be going mostly off of memory and sound when it comes to dealing with enemies, whether it's trying to kill them or just trying to avoid them. And here's an interesting tidbit. Zombies that are playing dead won't be visible on the ground. Like in this room, for example, there's normally a dude laying by this ammo that'll wake up a little later. So any bodies that we can actually see are guaranteed corpses, like these guys. There's no gotcha, I'm invisible now kind of scenarios. Usually getting out of this hallway after you get the sketchbook is really easy, but I managed to bounce off the zombie that opens when I tried to slip through, which was unfortunate. There's 2 more zombies at this intersection, but if we stick to the right, 9 out of 10 times we're not gonna get got. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Also, you guys are just gonna have to believe me when I tell you there's enemies. I swear I didn't just empty the station with mods and slap some moaning ambience on in post. The full playthrough will be on the VOD channel if you want to see for yourselves. After we get the knife from Marvin, we're set loose in the RPD to find 3 medals to unlock a secret passage so that we can progress. The first medal is in the statue like 20 feet away. The next one is in the lounge connected to the library on the 2nd floor, which means we've got a little bit of work to do to get there. Our first stop on the way there is the dark room where we're making our very first save. This'll probably be the only time I mention saving because generally I saved like it was a normal playthrough. Not really a whole lot to talk about in that regard. But basically what I did here was grab every item on the way to the library and haul it back to the dark room item box. And it's safe for you to assume that I grabbed everything I could all the time for the rest of the run. I needed just about everything. Now we've got like 3 or 4 zombies in the library, and one is just straight up eating another's ass. But I can't show it to you. Not because I'm afraid of getting demonetized, I just literally can't show you. I'm truly sorry. Regardless, we can just beeline it to the lounge from here and grab the next medal. On the way out though, I absolutely got grabbed on purpose for real to show you guys how good knives are for tracking enemies. Okay. Oh, that's actually really handy. Hold up.
Fucking hell.
Listen, this is gonna free up some inventory space. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Stick a knife in them, then you see them. Self-defense items will be sorely missed when I do this in Resident Evil 3. Fire is also good for tracking enemies, in case you were about to ask. And we're in, oh my god. And we're in luck because Claire can make her own fire with the grenade launcher. This is one of the reasons I chose her over Leon. Even though Leon straight up gets a flamethrower in his playthrough, that's not until the sewers, and fuck the sewers. Being able to see enemies engulfed in flames this early is some pretty nice utility. Look at that. Oh my god, this thing works wonders. To get the last medal, we've got to make a quick stop in the STAR's office for an item, and this is when we run into the first licker of the game. All right, not dealing with that. It's a little stressful only being able to hear these guys when you're desperately trying not to get licked. Yeah, he's over here. Absolutely not. Do not want what you were selling. While that one didn't get me, I did catch a bit of an ass slap from the one that spawns right after we grab the last medal. Ow, okay, that's not... Could be worse, could be worse, could be worse. With the secret passage opened up, it's boss time. Also, it's time to say bye to Marvin. Next time we see him, we actually won't. Birkin physically appears in the cutscene, but he's gone as soon as it's over, which is where that grenade launcher comes in handy. Although we don't really need it specifically for its tracking utility here, because he's very, very loud. Okay, we got him. We got him with one. There's also a bunch of effects around him when he does anything, so that also helps. The main hurdle here is that he's very tanky, even more so when we can't actively see and hit his weak point. That big glowing eye on his shoulder sure doesn't feel that big when you're trying to figure out where exactly his shoulder is. What I'm trying to say is that he ate most of my ammo stockpile up. And for the one person thinking it, no, I'm not going to do the uncapped FPS knife stuff to anything in this run. Also, if you're one of the people who've noticed I haven't died yet, that'll change soon enough. Don't worry. Oh my, where the... Guys, I think he's right there. Oh! It's okay, we didn't need any of that ammo. Okay, so we get Sherry with us for all of 2 minutes before she's abducted by Irons, which makes our next objective to find a working phone and call this one in to Chris Hansen. The main reason I chose to play as Claire is down here in the back of a police cruiser. So once we grab the key from the firing range, we can get the JMB handgun, which has a laser sight. And that means we have a way to find enemies without using up all our fire ammo or knives. The flip side is that this shit is kind of hard to see. Zombies tend to stumble around a lot, and you need to look for the changes in depth perception with that little green dot. It's harder than you think. Or at least it was for my shitty old man eyes. Anyways, testing it out on this one guy ended up giving me my first death. I should have shot the floor once or twice to see if he was still kicking. Oh no, not like this. Sleep paralysis demon got us. That's the first death, believe it or not. You either love or hate to see it. Naturally, I came back to retaliate. And when I did, I found out that as soon as a limb is about to fall off of a zombie, it becomes visible, which I think is kind of neat. We took his arm off, chat. Is he bleeding?
Not good.
He's bleeding! Shit, he ran out of blood. Oh, he kicked his arm! Oh my god, he did it again. Oh, I think we took his leg off, chat. Wait, did we? I think, is he crawling around on that?
Oh no.
Oh, we got his other arm. And just like that, it's Mr. X time.
Jesus, stay back!
Big ghost! Big ghost! It's safest to go lose him on this ladder. Then we can carry on with what we were doing. He's up! He's up! Get down, Claire! Get down! Which is getting a couple of electrical fuse things to open up part of Iron's office. We already got one of these from near where that one zombie killed me. The other one is in the clock tower. And with Mr. X now actively pursuing us on our way there, it's kind of important to remember he's a lot faster than you'd think. Or at least faster than what I thought. Where is he? Okay. Oh! He cleared that way faster than I thought he would. Like, I saw the laser like getting closer and closer. I thought I had like 6 feet. I thought I had a chance to move right there. Holy. Okay. The second attempt went much better. Okay, hold up. this licker know where I am? This licker knows where I am. There's a zombie in this hallway. Everything's going not swell. Then I died to zombies in the library. Someone's in here. He's right there. Oh! That's unfortunate. Eventually, I got what I needed without dying. One puzzle later, and we're playing as Sherry in the orphanage. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering if Irons is invisible as well, and I'm happy to report that he very much is outside of the cutscenes. Oh shit, he's invisible! It doesn't make it any harder to hide from him either, because you can tell where he's looking with his flashlight, which isn't invisible. And because of that, this is a pretty easy part. I don't think we're gonna have to call this one into Chris Hansen anymore either. That's the end of our time in the RPD. We have the option to return later, but we won't. I pretty much cleaned it out, including grabbing the SMG from the STARS office. We don't want to forget that. On our way to the orphanage, we have our only encounter with dogs for this run, and I gotta say it's a special kind of terrifying hearing the dogs coming for us, but not being able to see them. What? I think there's a dog. I think a dog bit my ass, chat. Run, Claire, run! Run, Claire, run! We're almost there! Please, please, God, please. Oh, thank God. Surprisingly, Irons is still invisible when we come across him in the orphanage.
Your fault.
What?
Took too long.
What happened? Oh, God. Get off me!
Oh, Jesus. What is going on? After some story stuff, we're looking for Sherry in the sewers. And to get to her, we need 3 chess piece shaped plugs, which means we can get the worst part of the game out of the way. The G-Mutants. I fucking hate these guys. And that's about all the insight I have. I'm only gonna make you watch this once, even though it happened several times. Once we're past that, we get 2 of the plugs and the spark shot. Unfortunately, while still useful-ish, the spark shot doesn't really lend itself well to invisible enemies. This is because you have to hold the trigger to get its full effect. But if you miss, which is way more likely when you can't see shit, it'll just fire off another shot immediately, and you'll just waste your ammo really quickly. On the way out, the walk back through the G's went better, but not by much. I'm pretty sure we just run straight. Okay, let's pray. Join me in prayer, chat, for we are about to eat a whole bunch of shit. The last plug has a few zombies around it, but we've got a solid bottleneck here, which made getting this one a way better time. Now we've got our second fight with Birkin, and I fully expected this fight to roadblock me. At first, we just have to avoid getting slapped until he tears down a door, which is easy enough. You can even speed it up if you damage him here. After the door gets torn down, we get to throw hands on a tiny little platform where we try and knock him down into a pit with a sea can. He won the first attempt. And the second. Third time's the charm though. Essentially, when you do enough damage to him and hit him with a can, he goes over the edge and it's GG. So I tried to light him up as fast as possible with the grenade launcher, SMG, and hand grenades. When you hit him enough, he drops to his knees and it's pretty much a free hit with a can. The first hit didn't really do the trick. Please do enough damage. No! But the second hit made him visible. Please be enough. Yo, we got him, chat. Okay, that was... I mean, we used all of our grenades, right? We used all of our grenades, but we did get him. Now there's more story stuff that results in us heading down to the final area of the game, the labs, and honestly, there's not a whole lot to talk about down here that's much different than anything else we've been doing, besides the boss fights and the IVs. IVs are all over the plant rooms and they can kill us in one hit if they grab us and we don't have a self-defense item. They also don't stay permanently dead unless you cook them well done. But honestly, they're really only a hassle on the way out of this area when a bunch drop down in our path. Didn't want to... Okay. we go. I guess I should mention that one room with like 4 zombies and 2 lickers. That's a bit of a pain to get through. I think we're gonna get licked immediately. All right, what are we dealing with? They know. I came a little hot going through that door. This is awful. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, we're gonna have a real bad time. There's something right here. It wasn't meant to be, chat. It wasn't meant to be. That's really about it. Nothing too exciting down here, which means we can jump right to the next Birkin fight. Birkin's visible right up until Annette buffs him in the cutscene with what I can only assume is the invisibility potion she's been lathering on every enemy in the game. Wait, he's invisible now! That's all fine and dandy because we're gonna give him a healthy dose of hand grenades. And then acid grenades. Once you land an acid on him, he's pretty easy to track while he melts. The constant screaming and the fact that he's actually kind of thick also helps, to be fair. Normally, there's a bunch of eyes all over his body that we'd want to shoot to open up a weak point on his chest. But you know the drill by now. We're just gonna shoot wherever until he dies. Ow. Spark shot ammo. I forgot about this. Is this a grenade? Ah! Oh, we can see where he is. There's a knife stuck in him, chat. Genius. Yo, first try. Get. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Oh, he puking or shitting. We can't actually tell. He's invisible. Yeah, that went a little better than expected, to be honest. Unlike our rematch, like 10 minutes later. Birkin comes back for another round right as we're trying to make our escape, and he's really easy to see and dodge here. He's got a fucking stink cloud around him the whole time, and he squeals like a rabid hog. So you'd think with that, plus the fact that we get a minigun, would make this the easiest boss fight in the run. But not being able to see and hit his cluster of weak spots left me without being able to do enough damage to kill him. No! I think this is the first time I've ever died to a timer in any Resident Evil game. Maybe there was once in Revelations, but at least this would be the first time I've died to a timer multiple times. I need to pee. The worst part of dying here is the 2.5 minute walk of shame past a whole bunch of IVs it takes to get back to the fight. Okay, bum rushing them, not the strat. Oh, we're cooked. Ew. What I ended up doing here was trying to only shoot when I was certain that he was facing me so that I had a better chance of hitting his weak spot. I'm pretty sure I was hitting it when he seemed to be giving off more juices, if that makes sense. Surely there's a better way to describe that, but I can't think of it. The important thing is that it worked. Chat, I think we got him on the ropes, chat. Whoa! But that's not quite the end of this run. After all, there's still the Leon B campaign. I'm not playing through it all again though, because it's mostly the same stuff. Instead, I'm gonna hop through the game using some of the Ultimate Trainer settings and show you some Leon exclusive parts to see what is and isn't invisible. Okay, let's start with the jail. As you'd expect, the entire gang of zombies and Mr. X are invisible. And here's what it looks like to turn invisible enemies on and off in case you were curious.
Give me a break.
Next, we've got the alligator. It's an alligator, right? Not a crocodile. Unfortunately, it's visible in the cutscene and in the actual running away sequence. You can see the alligator. All right, he's just there. You cannot make him invisible.
Shit.
Oh, and he can't eat you. Ada's entire section is exactly what you'd expect. Everything's invisible, except Annette. Leon's final boss, the Super Tyrant, is even easier to see than Claire's, due to Super X being on fire the entire time. It makes it really easy to aim the rocket launcher. There we go. No guts pouring out of them. Oh, no, there they are. And since this is the B scenario, we get to fight Birkin one last time on the train. Normally, he's just a wall of flesh with a giant eyeball, but now he's... well, he's not really anything.
Death?
So that's the Resident Evil 2 remake, but all the enemies are invisible. Except the alligator, I guess. It was very doable and very fun. Surely the Resident Evil 3 remake will be the same. Definitely no foreshadowing from having recorded it while I was working on this video. Like I said before, I'll link the mods I used to get everything invisible in the description. If you like this run and want to see more, or less, haha, that's my last joke for now, consider liking and subscribing because I've got at least 2 more of these in the chamber before I invisible myself. Listen, Invisible Nemesis is really annoying. And if you ever want to catch me doing one of these runs live, you can find me over at twitch.tv/anxiety. Thanks for watching. Or trying to watch because the enemies were invisible.